Before you start writing and pursuing your New Year's resolutions and thinking about everything that is quote unquote wrong with your life, take a look at what is actually working in your life today. The absolute best way to implement a new habit is to build it on top of an existing one, and we all have good habits in our life. So in today's video, I wanted to share with you some habits that I've implemented this year or years prior that I'm absolutely bringing with me into 2025. Habit number one, no-brainer, working out. I love starting my mornings on the elliptical, then doing some strength and some stretching and just spending some time with myself, working on my mind and body before I enter into society. And I think I'm a better and happier person for it, honestly. Number two, wearing sunscreen every single day. You can use retinol, you can do monthly facials, you can do whatever, but nothing is as good as preventing the damage before it happens. And the only way to do that really is by using sunscreen. Number one, ruiner for skin is the sun. I'm sorry, I love the sun, it sustains us, but I don't love wrinkles. 3, drinking water. This was a long time coming for me. It was hard for an unknown reason. I don't know why. I am 100% the type of person that would rather grab a coffee, a cup of tea, which isn't too bad, an energy drink, which is too bad, Coke Zero, you name it, anything that doesn't have sugar but also is bad for you. That was my sweet spot. But now, yes, I drink energy drinks, I drink coffee, I drink tea, all of that, but I also just chug down water, and I'm like, yes, you're going to have to pee, and that's fine. I've learned to live with that. Number 4 is taking multivitamins. I'm the type of person who always tries to take vitamins, but now I have them in. I use this little windowsill above my bed to place things in, like a water bottle, for example. And I also have my vitamins there. So literally, as I am in bed, I just take my vitamins. I can't forget, and I don't have any reason, I don't have any excuses. It's right there besides my head as I'm going to sleep. So I take my vitamins, and it has helped me. I know, because I have, I have thyroid issues. So I check all my vitals every 3 months, and I've noticed that I don't have as many deficiencies as I usually do. I sometimes get a vitamin D deficiency still. I live in Norway, so it's really hard not to. Other than that though, I basically don't have any deficiencies. Then getting up at a reasonable hour. I don't feel like anyone has to get up at 4 or 5 or even 6 a.m. but you should get up early enough that you don't hate your life, you know? Me personally, if I get up past 10, even if it's on the weekends, I'm like, oh, that was an L, that didn't feel good. I try to get up at around 6 in general, especially on the weekdays, and then maybe 7, 8 on the weekends. Obviously, that doesn't always happen, but I do always make an effort to get up at a reasonable time. If I'm super, super exhausted, if I'm sick, if I'm hungover, I'm like, you know what, fine, let's skip it today. But I always try to, as well as I can, take care of my sleep schedule. Health is number one, so even if it sucks to get up early, you're gonna have a better day. So making yourself do something that will benefit you in the long run without being psycho about it. Speaking of psycho, I am so sorry for how I look. I'm growing out my bangs and it's just a disaster. But I don't want to cut them, so we're just gonna have to live with it, I guess. Habit number 6 goes along with habit number 5. Habit number 5 was, as you know, getting up at a reasonable hour. Habit number 6 is going to bed early and sleeping 8 hours. Like I said, sometimes I don't get up early because I usually prioritize getting 8 hours of sleep over getting up early. I prefer both because if I don't get up early, I feel like my day is ruined. But I also know that I need 8 hours of sleep now. So for me, going to bed early and getting sleep is one of the best habits I've implemented in 2024. I will forever be grateful to myself for that. And sometimes I fail, obviously, but I try and I make an effort. And just me mentally saying to myself, you deserve to get sleep has changed my life so much. And it took, it took 10, 15 years for me to actually get to the mindset of no matter what I've done that day, I deserve to sleep. I never used to feel that way, and I've been working on myself with it so much. So every time I sleep 8 hours is like a gift to myself that I will never take for granted, honestly. Number 7, taking walks for no reason. Getting fresh air is good for you. Getting physical exercise is good for you. Being in the sun is good for you. Everything about just taking a walk is good for you. And I have realized that one of the things I can do to manage my stress is literally literally just like put on my shoes, go outside and walk, and it just feels so nice. And I used to like be like, oh, I need to find an errand to run then, so I don't waste my time walking. And now I'm like, if you want to walk, then just walk. Then also obviously prioritizing self-care, not just doing self-care to like look pretty or to be aesthetic or whatever, but just feeling like, oh, it's Sunday, of course I'm doing a face mask, like duh, I deserve it. And number 9 goes hand in hand with this. It's doing things for myself, and specifically doing things for myself for no reason, like not as a reward, or kind of like a reward for being alive, but like not as in, oh, I've been working so hard today. Because for me, that's a negative mindset that I get into, where it's like I have to earn everything, you know? But being like, oh, I'm a human, I like this movie, I'm gonna sit down and watch this movie, or I'm gonna go to bed a little bit earlier, a little bit later, I'm gonna give myself like a Frappuccino for no reason, not because I had a good workout, but just because I like Frappuccinos. Just being kind to yourself like you would to a friend. Like, I would totally get my friend a Frappuccino for no reason, so I should also give myself a Frappuccino for no reason, you know? And that again goes hand in hand with spending meaningful time with myself. Like, it's not self-care and it's not doing something nice for yourself, bed rotting or sitting and binging Netflix. For me, there's a big difference between like sitting on the couch, like watching Netflix stress for like 6 hours and being like, okay, I'm gonna like paint my nails, I'm gonna drink my favorite type of tea and pop some popcorn while I watch American Psycho.
I'm on the verge of tears by the time we arrive at a spas, since I'm positive we won't have a decent table.
You know, just like a little date night for yourself almost. Just spending time with yourself where you're like not stressing and not bed rotting and not anything like that, and not like procrastinating, but just like intentionally being like, oh, I'm sitting down and reading a book, I'm sitting down and journaling, I'm sitting down and watching a movie, I'm walking to the park. That's what I love about working out in the morning too. Like, I get to spend 1 or 2 hours just by myself, with myself, doing something that I love, which is only for myself, and it's meaningful time I'm spending with myself. And I think it just helps us love ourselves more, you know? And 11, doing kind things for others. Just as doing nice things for yourself is important, it is very, very important to do nice things for others for no reason. Not because you want anything, but just because we live in a society.
There is no punchline.
It doesn't even have to be big. Sometimes it's just like, I try to remind myself that if I like someone's shoes, for example, I should tell them. Just because it's nice to hear. Like, no one's ever upset to hear like, oh my god, I love your shoes. Even if it's a stranger, whatever the situation is. Like, sometimes I'll think, oh my god, she's so pretty. And then I'm like, wait a minute, if I tell her she's pretty, she'll know that I know that she's pretty, and that will maybe make her happy, you know? Either that, I'll creep her out, but I'll be like, oh my god, you're so beautiful. The person will be like, oh my god, thank you. And then I feel good, she feels good, and we can all move on with our day. If you have something nice you want to say or do, just do it, you know? If someone's having a bad day and you think you can cheer them up, why not? If someone you know has a charity and they're doing something cool and you have a few extra bucks to throw their way, just do it. They feel good, you feel good, end of story. It's easy. Number 12 is something I've done for years that I absolutely love, which is just adding vegetables and fruits to whatever, you know? Just making a meal and thinking, what vegetables can I add to this, or what fruit would pair well with this, and just getting that extra nutrition. I especially love like any low-cal thing because I have a bad metabolism. So any low-cal vegetable in particular that I can add to something that will just spruce up the meal, make it more fun, and also make me healthier. I'm like, yes, it's almost like drinking water or taking vitamins, where it's just like you're doing something nice for yourself. There are no drawbacks and you can just do it. Like having a salad with your burger, putting some extra vegetables on your pizza, making soup, like whatever, just something where you're just giving yourself nutrition. I love it. I love just like feeding my body like extra nutrition. Like, I bet you didn't see this broccoli coming. I don't know. I love it. It's like girl dinner, nutrition edition, you know? Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in my lifestyle at all, please check out my Instagram. And also, if you've been watching my videos and my streams for a while, you might want to consider becoming a member of this channel for additional content. It is literally $1 a month. Thank you so much for watching this video. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!